Phillips 66 positive by $1. All right, let's go live. $41.72.50. All right, so I will mute the mic right here on my Discord channel, guys. Please go to YouTube. You guys already know what I'm going to say. Be back. Be right back. Discord channel, guys. Please go to YouTube. All right, let's go and get ready for. There it goes. That is my advertisement to go live. My alarm. Julio, here we go. We are live on YouTube. All right. Right. All right, let's talk about the EMini. And I'm gonna wait just a tiny bit here. There you have it, power hour 41.74, right on the money, right on the money. There you go, Bubble. That was such a great trade, man. Right, we went right to it. We went right to that 41.74, and I will go to my EMini here. So a couple of things that I was looking for early on in the morning was to look at the market. We did have a small gap, tiny gap this morning on the ES. We closed the gap already. So here is the whole picture when it comes to the S&P 500 data this morning. Right out of the get-go, we opened right around 41.72. Overall, looking at the bigger picture, we did go to the top of our balance area. This is the balance area back from April. So the bigger picture, this is what it looks like, right? And I was just in the room doing an analysis with my guys, and I was talking to them, and I was telling them how this balance, right? And I've been saying it on a couple of videos over the past. This balance area, which the top is 84.50, right? The top is 84.50. And the bottom of it is 67. You can see the whole day today, the range for today is right there, right? EMini today spending some time trying to find value once again inside this range, 41.67 to 41.84. Now, this is the balance area. This is that inventory. This is the money that gave us that ultimate high of 4200s, the 4230s. So when you come to the market and you start analyzing the whole move of what the market has done, you need to consider everything. So one thing to have in your charts are those balance areas. So this balance area, that's exactly where you are today. It was a pretty straightforward trade for us in the room, what to do as we came into the market today. This money is the one that gave us the 42.32 RTH high. 42.38 is the overnight high that we printed this specific day. So as we are in the market, we have these singles as well, right at 42.05. Don't forget about those singles. And I have this spike. If you guys look at this brand new range that I added to my charts, this range goes from 74 to around 41.97, which is 4200. This is this spike, guys. Go to the 5th of May, right? May 5th. There is a nice spike, and I just found it this morning because I have only display a line here as a what do you call it, as a nuance of the market. But there is this spike, and this spike is the one that propel the move to those 42.38s. So now I'm going to have it marked down on my charts, 4200 to 41.74.50, right? Surprisingly, that is the overnight high for today. And we did try to move away and find brand new money at the top of 84, but the market just couldn't. And we stopped today right at 84.50. So this is the overall picture when it comes to the EMini, looking at the market profile, just following market profile. We did multiple trades this morning, couple of trades with my guys, pretty nice trades off the get-go. Let me get rid of this. Off the get-go was to go short. I shorted the 80. Some of my guys got some money out of it. I got 5 handles shorting the 80, got out right at 75. This was my target, right? First move out of this morning. Next move was to go and take a look at the following, guys, right here, right? And I posted for my guys in the room live, right? What were the expectations once we drop outside this range, which was 41.70? They were able to capture some pretty good chunk of money there. We stopped right at 66, I believe, on the EMini. So far, we have a stop on those levels. And now we're back on these 72s. Now, 75 is the halfback for today. And we were just talking about the move on the overall area for the ES and what to trade as we go into this afternoon. It looks to me, when you look at the whole picture, and I just had this for my guys, here is your 30 minutes. Here is the 30 minutes bar. And when I see this ugliness, specifically early in the morning, this huge bar, we double topped that 84. We left a poor high on our market profile. You came all the way low to this 65 and a quarter, and now you're back at it. I'm looking for this 50%, the 50, which is the halfback that we call it. This 50%, are we going to have enough momentum to go back to those 80s, or are we going to roll over? I went short 74 and a quarter, and I was telling my guys, hey guys, there is the 76 there. Some of them, they grab it short 76. Some of them, they grab it short 72. And they were able to get out somewhere here on the 60s, 70s, and whatever. So we're still looking for our next move on the market. I will be placing a nice sell right here so far on my 76. And I will try to get another sell if this market goes short on this 84. I do not see no conviction for today above any of these range that I just show you on the balance area. So I'll be looking for short in this market and see an extension out of the 67, and I will go into this number in a minute, out of the 67 back to our point of control from overnight, which is 63, and eventually give you that 41.60 for the EMini. Now, being that today is monthly expirations for options, we might have these moves where the market just gives you these rotations as these guys are getting out of positions on the market. So be on the lookout for that. Let me take you to the market profile and give you a little insight. What am I looking for as we are printing 73 now on the ES? All right. And remember, we still have those singles, something that I have not forgotten. I have them from yesterday. We left a bunch of singles on those 3 distributions from yesterday. They were about 3 distributions, but they became only 2 distributions on yesterday. It was not a bad trade. I think we were able to pull some pretty good chunk of money from it. I was up almost 7,000. One of my guys, I think he did almost 10,000 bucks just trading with us in the room. So he did about, yep, pretty much, I mean, $10,000 in one day. Not a bad trade for these guys. Now, looking at the EMini today, what exactly can we get out of this EMini as we start moving into the, what do you call it, the range on these 75, above the 74s to the 76. Here is the C period, and you're barely getting out of the overnight high. By the way, this is like the third time that we tag this overnight high, and every time we are moving lower to the 70 number. This is like the third time that we do that. So be aware of that number, 74.50. I just have my short from there, from that number. So any meaningful pullback probably can give you back your 67 number. And eventually the main target that I have is the 63 on the EMini, which is our point of control and VPOC for tonight. All right, so start looking for those targets to the downside. Only if we go above C period, I will probably redo my analysis of going back to the 80s like I told you. Currently, your value area high is right on the 80.50, right? And the value area low is right at the 70 number. So like I told you, it's really choppy early on. So far, it hasn't given me that range extension. It wasn't that bad. It was about 3 points, right? The range extension from 70 to 66, excuse me. Not a bad range extension that we have in the EMini. We could get much, much more and get this 63. That's my ultimate goal. Not a big conviction. I was looking at the weekly with my guys in the room. Let me take you to that. Let me shut off my orders, even though they are there. I don't want to display them so that we can see. Oh, where is it? Oh, sorry. There you go. Show the trades, show the orders, get it out. Let's go to the weekly, guys, and the daily. I'll take you to the weekly, and then we're going to move on to the daily on the EMini, right? Let's this baby load. Here we go. Here is our weekly chart, right, on the EMini. And look at these two candles. This is last week. Let me change the colors on my drawing. So here is last week, and this is the week that we are closing today, right? Couple of times we almost tagged the 40,000. I mean the 4,020. This week the low 40.56, I believe it was. But this candle, guys, it doesn't give me any conviction going long the market unless we break above 50% of this body. So coming on Monday, what did we do this week? Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we sell off 3 days completely, right? We sell off, and this was because due to the poor structure from last week. So last week, we had poor structure as we were closing the week. The same thing is repeating against today, right? Poor structures all over the place. We have singles, we have things to repair on the market profile. So unless we go above the 84 number, I am not that confident to keep going long this market. I could be wrong, but that 85 and the 97, which is the 4,200 even number, that will be key for me. Those 15 points are going to be key. Between 85 and 2,000. Those two numbers will be key for my trading as we go. If you go back to the daily, now let's take this and analyze the daily. We went from the weekly, let me take you to the daily. The daily shows two things. I have there, I believe, I still have the Fibonacci for the retracement that we did, 4% drop in the market last week. And yesterday we were right here, sitting at the, let me mark this, there, 41.78. So yesterday we were contemplating the move away from the 618 Fibonacci, which is the 41.60, okay? So we did move away, excuse me, from the 41.60, but now we're struggling here. right? Look at the 78, right? These are last week moves, right? 78. We have such a resistance. We have a nice supply waiting for us there. That's the reason this morning I shorted 80 immediately. One of my guys, he shorted 84 and he got out all the way at 70, capturing 14 points. I mean, yeah, about 14 points. That was pretty good damn trade. What I'm looking for are these nuances in the market. As the market comes around, great, we're going to trade it. But we are not out of the woods. That's just my personal opinion based on value, based on the trading. We are not. I would really love if we can just go back to the 4100s and then start testing this 4056 and the 4020. That would be nice. Healthy, double bottom, 4% drop plus another 3% drop and stop right there. So interesting to see. We still have, some room to go, but this move back to 42.38 and a brand new all-time high will be extremely important. First of all, I have to see this move right above the 41.85 back to 4200. If this gives me enough volume and enough value for them coming up, I will be looking for this move back to the 4240s. All right, that is coming out of the market profile, looking at the order flow, looking at everything that going on right now. Being Friday today, expiration, you might have these moves. I'm telling you, grinding. Just wait for those hours to be gone because they will be moving in and out of their options. So that's what I have on the EMini. Let's move quickly to oil because oil was the best trade, the one that gave me over $3,000 overnight. And let's click here and go to oil. Yesterday, right? Those of you who were with me in the room, you guys saw me going long oil 61.90, right? There you have it. And I went long 61 and below 61.60 overnight and 61.80 overnight. 61.90, the target I was looking for was 63. That was 1100 on one lot, right? So I have 3 lots going on. I did get out at 63.40. This was such a good move out of oil, right? So here I go. I want to talk about oil now, give you insights, what to look for on your oil trade. Let's move away from the EMini. My orders are in place on the EMini. And look at oil, guys. All right, let me give you the big picture on oil. The guys that have been with me and have this stuff going on. Oil, yesterday I told you guys, look for the top of this range to hold. This is the top of the month of March. Look at the overall picture, right? This is the balance. Again, it's all about value, right? It's all about value and balance. There was the balance back on March. Let me expand this so I have more real estate to show you. There. So we were here back in March, yeah? We struggle right on the 59s, 57s, right? There is the balance created, okay? Here is the balance created. So what did I told you yesterday? I was taking my trade. I said, guys, look at where the balance was before and what I'm going to do tomorrow. Boom. Long 61s, trying to recapture the 63s, and right off the get-go, overnight trading. While I was sleeping, my money was working, and right from that 61.90, they even gave you 61.56. Yeah, those of you who trade with me, you know the drill. 55, right? 85 number, right? Back to evens, numbers and above. So as we were trading this morning, overnight, very nice move off the 62. Look at the big amount that traded right around the 62 overnight. These guys are propelling us to the 63. And we are printing now 63.74. I left about $900 on the table here because I got out at 63.40 this morning during the A period. And we have now corrected. We still have this gap from May 19, right? We still have this gap on place between 64.84 and 64.07. So we're almost there. We might get it. I mean, if we just push, just get the bottom of this gap, and maybe Monday come back and play 64s back to 65 for another $2,000. So look for those two trades. It is extremely important that we know where we are at all times when it comes to value on the markets, and start trading the move that you see, right? Don't be afraid of it. Remember, always have your stops in place. Always, always, always have your stops in place. So looking great so far. I mean, this is a beautiful thing. Very nice one-time framing, right? We might get this P shape, really nice P shape on the oil, right? We might get this nice P shape and come back Monday, start balancing area right here, and then go to those $65 number, right? I will start building a core position again into the close. I want to see how we're gonna close this oil, and if I see these 63s, I'll start building a position here on 63s to take me back to the 64s. You guys will see my trade, okay? You guys will see my trade. Let me get rid of this marking, all right? Because that was a couple of singles that we have going on, and that is pretty much done. So oil, that was the move on oil from last night. Look at the composite. I have a couple of things here to show you. Here is the EMini composite, right? Where did we stop this morning? Straight at, right? Straight at the volume nodes. Where are we now? Right in this mess on those two volume nodes, right? So what are we heading? If we really drop, guys, which is what I want, that 41.50, that's my ultimate target for today. 41.60, excuse me, 41.63, 41.60, and ultimate 41.55 for the EMini, as we potentially will be dropping if we see any flush of inventory into the close for today. This is a 15-minute chart that you see on the screen, only for the daily RTH. You do not see overnight. So this is my pure overnight volume that I track. One of the things that I will be paying attention to is, are we going to start building value here? This is what I told you. Between 41.85 and 4,200. That is key for me as we go into next week for us to get a brand new, or at least tag the all-time high, right? So two things that I'll be looking for coming next week. So any questions, you guys let me know. That's what I have on EMini. Oil, the other trade that I have, right, on oil is, look at this area, right? 64.40, right there, 64.40. That's what I'm looking for. Everything in between here, we might get some tiny stops right around this area on the 63s, 64.40 level. Eventually, we need to move on into this 65. Here is my 65 number on oil volume. Yesterday, man, it was a beautiful thing, right? Here is my 62, right? They came right at it. That's why I went long. Now, we took it to 63. Next level is get me back to those 64 areas. So pretty straightforward trading on the oil so far. Those high volume nodes have been so attractive for my trading. All right, let me go back to the EMini. What is the EMini doing? Going nowhere, right? EMini just sitting here, grinding mode. Oh wow, 63.80. Are we going to get an extension here on oil? I might start pulling in. Let me see if I can. Oh, by the way, oil, I did not give you these, guys, on the daily on oil. I'm going to delete all of these things that I did for my guys early on that I was teaching them some free stuff. Look at the daily. Here's the daily on oil. That is a very strong candle, right, on our oil. If we close above this, that's it, guys. Boom. We're going back to the same levels, right? Back at it. So far, we went inside the pennant that we have going on our oil, right? There is the pennant. And if you look at the weekly, I showed my guys the weekly chart as well, where some of the supply has been. This week, excuse me. Show you the weekly. So here's the pandemic last year, right? Where we hit $0 and below. But there was the 68, excuse me, 68, and again this year back at 68. So what do we get out of this move, right? Let me see if I can do the following. Yes, I can. There. So what do you know? As we come trading oil, going into this move, right? Going into this top of the range around the $66, $67, right? This top was the 68 that we shorted. That short gave us about $20,000 on the way down, right? We have captured so far. I have to do the analysis of today, but I think we are at plus 18K on that oil trade, trading the bottom back and forth from the 60 to the 62 and then 62 to 65. This one gave me about 18K. This one was the 20, which was straight off to the money, straight up to those 57.50 number. So as we look now, what is going to develop on this oil is the breakup. What we want for this is for this breakup to finally happen and give me $70 oil. Next week is Memorial Day weekend. The next week we have a Memorial Day holiday. And then after that we have the July 4th. So by that time we should see a move on this oil trade. That's why I've been telling my guys, if you guys can start building core positions on the 60s, not a bad trade, right? Not a bad trade. Just a swing trade from 60 to 70 with one lot, that's your $10,000 that I'm talking about. That's about $10 move from 60 bucks. If you grab the 61 with me yesterday, still that will give you around $9,000, right? If we get those 10K by July, the $70 move by July 4th. So look into those two moves. If you can still day trade it, and if you would like to day trade it and collect 80 cents, 90 cents, which is 900 bucks every day, you will still come up on top and be able to collect at least between $8,000 and $9,000 between now and July 4th. All right. So that's what I have. If that's on the weekly, on the daily, I already showed you the daily. And looking at the 30 minutes, which is nothing more than the market profile. It is 11:30. I will be cutting this broadcast short. So here is the 90 days, 30 minutes, right? And here is my 61. Right, there you have it. That's your 61 levels. So yesterday they didn't give me that 61, but they were so freaking close. I'm glad that I left my order at 61.55. That's my magical number. And look, I mean, straight up, they tagged 61.55 to the tick, and now you're all the way above the 63 bucks. Having some resistance, yes, having some resistance there is understandable, right? But I want this move back to 66. Coming next week, I want to see how we close today. If we close down here on the 63s, probably load one into the close, load one on Monday if I see 61.50s again. I just explained you the drill, what to expect from oil trade. Let's go back to the EMini. Did they fill my order? No, they did not fill the order. Oh, no way. Did they fill my orders? I didn't see it. Oh, they did not. And there you have it. Look, live, guys. You guys, did anybody shorted these? You guys in the room? Bubble, are you here? Oh, no, he's gone. Those of you in the room, anybody of my guys, no one got it. or no one at least is here yet. But there you have it. From that 74 down to the 67, like I told you. And this is how we've been trading here in the room, right? You can see right here. These have been our bookmap for today, right? Go 74 short, down to 67. Ultimate, we will see 63s, 62s, potential to see 60 all the way to 55 number. Nasdaq has been weak this morning. All the FANG stocks are negative. I went short TQQ, right? I went short TQQ. I went short at 98.50, got out at 97. So money on the bank, guys, money in the bank. So my guys in the room, that's how they are able to pull 2 to 3 to 4, even $10,000 per day here trading with me. So those of you who are interested, I got a message from a friend. What do I use? Why am I so quick on my orders? I use a Stream Deck for everything. So I have a Stream Deck, and this thing is a sweetheart. You just connect it, send your orders, buy, sell quickly. I use it for quite a while. So there you have it, live, nice trade off the get-go. My order was a 76. Let me cancel it because there is no meaning of having them there. And let me expand this just for you to see it, right? I said it, wait for C period. So if you waited for C period high and shorted, they went to 75. Let me see. Yes, 2 ticks away, right? We just went to 75, 2 ticks away. Yeah, 2 ticks away, and here is D period, and here is your C period. Yeah. My guys in the room, I'm pretty sure somebody grabbed this because we've been talking about it over an hour in the room. And our targets, they knew it, 63s, right? So we're heading there. I already got 12 points. Man, I should have just jumped on those 474s. Unfortunately, I was a little bit short here on my 76. Didn't grab that 76. So I wanted a little tiny above the C period for them to roll over. They didn't give me that. But some of you guys who went short those 72s or the 74s, that's about 7 points in less than half an hour, right? $700, not a bad trade. Not a bad trade at all. Okay, guys, it is 11:30. I have to cut this broadcast short today. I will be back Monday. We will be making again between $2,000 to $3,000 to $4,000. Yesterday I made over $7,000, close to $7,000 on yesterday, right? This was my yesterday trade. My other guy in the room, he did about $10,000. He left early yesterday. I was like, why is this guy gone? Well, there was a reason why he was gone, because he was done halfway through the day, I believe. He was done. $10,000 yesterday. Amazing guy. He helps me a lot here in the room. Pretty smart guy. And some of my other guys, like Caesar, he's a brand new guy here in the room. Came out and this morning shorted that 82. I'm pretty sure he makes some pretty good buck. Oops, excuse me. Right, so nice. Shorting 82 this morning with me. Easy trading, following value, following market profile, following our setups. So guys, thank you so much for coming in today. Really appreciate it. You guys, I still have a couple of runners on my Interactive Broker account. I'm probably going to leave it there for the end of the day. But thank you again. It has been really great. This week was a fantastic week in the trading room. Completely, we blew it out of the ballpark. This was, I think, pretty nice week. Me personally did extremely well. So I'll be seeing you guys Monday, our power hour again. I will move the power hour a bit early. Hopefully I can do 10:30 Eastern to 11:30. The reason behind that is because my guys, they are premium members. Okay, so this free analysis that I do is just for YouTube. and it's not fair. But after the 10:30, they have gotten much of the insight from me. Once we open the market at 9:30 a.m., we already have our plan and we have other things in place. So I will be open the power hour. I will be moving it to 10:30 Eastern. That way we can trade the C period as it comes online and get those range extensions from the initial balance out of the ES. Okay, guys, so with that, I'm going to let you go. You know the plan, right? 75s are your supplies. 67 is your demand. It's pretty straightforward. You have about 7-point range. If you look, let me give you the bigger picture. Here is where the supply has been, right? Right on the 75, and your demand is right here so far, and it is only 11:30. Your demand has been around the 65, and your supply all the way to 75. So happy trading to you guys. Happy Friday. Enjoy it. Enjoy your weekend with your family. Please tell them that you love them. Give them big hugs and kisses. And I'll be back Monday morning. Take care, guys. God bless. Be seeing you guys later. For those on Discord, I'll go back to Discord in about 10 minutes.